Hey there, Cougars. It is Mr. Kline here.
Cougar Nation, what's up? Mr. Stecker here. Good to see you today.
Hey, we're just here to do a little bit of a run through the building, give you an update on progress, how the building is going. And so we start here in the black box, and you can take a look and see that the black box sustained water damage and the flooring is now being replaced. So they've taken that out and they're drying it out. And you can see that the drying process is still going on here in the black box, but we'll have a nice new floor here when that's all said and done.
And we're in the auditorium here now. A lot of the same here that we talked about in the black box. All the auditorium stage floor has been pulled up and is being dried out. This will all be replaced. What happened here was actually the roof got ripped off up above the stage and the fly space up here. There was probably about a 5-foot by 10-foot hole in the roof up there that water was just coming in throughout the Derecho. We had a little more leakage here last week with all the rain, so this will get all dried out. New stage floor, some new equipment up top as well, I'm sure. So here's your auditorium. Looks way better than it did a couple weeks ago, but a long ways to go.
So we're here in the IMC. We had a significant amount of water fall from the ceiling here into the upper IMC. We also had water that leaked into the middle IMC. Lost about 300 of our books in that process. That damage has already been assessed. But as you can see, they're doing a lot of mitigation in here. Then we'll have to rebuild the shelves and put everything back together and purchase new books. So it'll be a project that will take us a little bit of time, but we're glad that more damage wasn't done to the IMC than we experienced.
All right, we're up here in one of our science labs right now, and you can see behind me, and with the other footage you get from this lab, this is what we've seen in a lot of our classrooms where the ceiling tiles are all out. Water got onto the floor, and so the bottom of the drywall in each of the classrooms has been ripped off, or drywall off the walls has been ripped off, will need to be replaced. Again, this is an example of what we're seeing in many of our classrooms, especially our second floor classrooms throughout the building. So this is what's going to take so long to get done. They're doing a great job and they're making great progress, but you can see the amount of work in front of them to restore our classrooms back to what we had before, just by looking at the wall here behind me, what they've got ahead of them.
So one of the spaces that experienced the most damage is here in the gym. As you can see, the entire gym floor has now been removed, along with all the layers below that floor, and will have to be completely replaced with a new floor. So we're excited that we'll get to have a new floor, but of course this means that the gym is not accessible right now, and that's of course put a bit of a damper on our fall sports, Mr. Stecker. And
we felt bad. Our volleyball team has had to be completely relocated here off-site while we're doing this. What happened here is we actually had in the corners there are roof drains, and one of those roof drains collapsed down into the gym, and so all the water off the roof started running in that roof drain, got into the floor and into the subfloor, the sleepers underneath, and which is why the entire gym floor has been replaced. It'll be sparkly and new when we get it back. One piece of good news, you'll see the wall behind me. They had actually taken out the final set of wood bleachers earlier in the summer, and we were set to have our new bleachers replaced in here. They had not replaced the new bleachers yet, so we didn't lose those as a part of this whole process. Those are in a warehouse somewhere, and once the gym floor is back and in place, then we'll put the new west side of bleachers in. Some good news, a silver lining in all this. And welcome to the Kennedy Pool.
so as you can see, the pool is empty, and we had to empty the pool because the ceiling tiles above the pool were damaged by the water that came in from the ceiling. So in order to repair those, they're going to have to build scaffolds over the pool, which is now empty, and repair those ceiling tiles, and then we can refill the pool once all that's taken care of.
And just like we talked about in the gym, pool is empty. We've been able to have no fall activities here in the pool.
So as you can see, Cougars, we've got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot to accomplish. There's going to be a great amount of change here in the building as we go forward, but we're going to get some new stuff, which will be nice. And in the meantime, we'll be doing some great online learning, taking care of each other during that time, and we'll be back together before you know it. So thanks very much for watching, and as always, go Cougs.